Yeah, I almost forgot the mic. Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. Yeah, I almost forgot the mic. I did. I almost forgot it. All right. All right, let me just make sure that we are hearing clearly. Hey. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yo, look, I'm not even going to get into all of the nuances of everything that went on since the last MindShift Monday. And then what makes it so interesting is that that was Monday. Everything happened Thursday through the weekend. But actually, if you go back in the past video, you'll see the past live stream where I talked about the hybrid solar eclipse. Man, I dived in. Y'all missing out. If you want to learn it on your own, you can. I always employ you to do your own research. Okay. Empower you to do your own research. But and at the same time, I made it easy for you so that you can just get some information from me, leading while learning, right? We're learning together. It's never anything where I want to feel like I'm just talking to people. That's why this is Mind Shift Monday. I just want to bring up things that just make people more aware, more conscious, more intentional, and even want to dive into different things that they want to explore, pique your interest, right? So, with that, yeah, shout out to everybody. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and get started for today. All right. So, thank you again for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and get notified for, I guess, when you press the bell, how everybody said, press the bell, get notified. All right. And subscribe for more videos because, I'm doing my best, guys. I really am. Well, no, I ain't going to say I'm doing my best. I ain't going to lie. This is MindShift Monday. We're talking about birthing a new you, a new you, spiritual upgrades and downgrades, and being a Centarian. Woo! Okay, spiritual technology advancements, because we keep talking about AI and all of this, and we ain't talking about the human body. All right, we ain't talking about this hybrid solar eclipse and our cellular memories and all these types of things that are advancing on a subtle level within us. You feel me? And so that's disturbing to me because we're so focused on everything outside of ourselves, right? That we're it's like I understand, as it within, so without. So it's like if AI is here, then what what do you think is coming from us? AI came from a human. Well, okay, we're not gonna get into that conversation. Um, but we are our own artificial intelligence. First of all, because you keep eating all those donuts. Okay. All this artificial food. Look, let me get into it. Mind Shift Monday is in full effect. All right. And I do appreciate you guys for being here with me. Okay. So, welcome to Mind Shift Mondays. Yo, welcome to Mind Shift Monday, where we step out of our routine and mundane way of thinking and we shift to a higher perspective where we exercise everything else. We out here running, doing the push-ups, doing the hit, doing the Pilates, doing the Qigong, all these different things. And we exercise everything else. So why not exercise the way that we think and see things? Okay. As always, these videos come from a heart-based frequency. So let's connect and dive in. All right. Yo, I am cracking up because the jokes are here. All right. Look, let me tell you something about MindShift Monday. It is not meant to be no uptight. All right, you guys. So we're gonna be here, and I really need to dish out this information. I mean, look, it is, but it's not. Like I'm always laughing. Okay, I'm always laughing, even at mostly at myself. Okay, because some of the most craziest things can come out your own mind. Or even at nature, even at life. Period. Of course, we always laughing at social media because what's not funny? Even the serious stuff, you can scroll through the comments and here goes somebody that made something funny, okay, out of a serious situation, So shout out to the randomness of God, shout out to the Most High. All right. So today we are definitely talking about birthing a new you. So I hope you're feeling okay. I hope everything is evolving and growing how it should in your life. Okay. The best thing you can do is just go outside and look at nature and pay attention to the things that are happening around you. That will tell you a great deal of everything, you know? So, again, birthing a new you, spiritual upgrades and downgrades, and being a centarian. Now, look, y'all, I didn't mean to say being a centarian. I really meant a centenarian. But obviously, I'm a Sagittarius. I was born in the constellation of Sagittarius. So, obviously, the centaur in me wanted to come out and let y'all know what it's like being a centaur. A centarian, but I meant a centenarian. Okay. A centenarian. Okay. But maybe it's about a centurion. We're going to find out. Okay. But let me correct this now. It's for future reference. Oh, I can't. I can't. I can't. All right. Oh, I did. Oh, I did. Okay, cool. All right. All right. So yeah, so basically I have no slides tonight. This is a free for all. This is I'm saying it with my chest, okay? But let's just review right fast what happened with this hybrid solar eclipse, I want to make sure that we are very much aware of ourselves at this time and the things that are going on around us because it's happening. And it can take you for a loop. I also want to bring the awareness of, just like the different things regarding like the shift that we're in right now. Okay. The shift that we're in right now and what that really looks like, feels like, and just how to embrace it to continue moving forward. So that way we're not so stuck in how can I say, we're not stuck in what's happening to us. We're more so moving through it. Okay. But take time for yourself. Please take time for yourself. Because if you don't, who will? Okay. If you don't, who will? And so, yeah, that's pretty much where we are right now. The biggest thing that I want to share is that we are definitely in a very like powerful force that can inspire us to become more effective self-leaders. Okay. And by cultivating the openness and curiosity, practicing self reflection, and embracing challenges and uncertainty, we can create the conditions that are most conducive to these moments of inspiration. And once we have experienced this powerful force, okay, whether it's a storm, whether it's the wind, whether it's the hybrid solar eclipse, Okay, we can use it to take bold and decisive action towards our goals, towards our evolution as human beings on this planet, and share our vision with others. Okay, so that's a really big gem right now. And even on this day, we're activating ourselves um in order to nurture ourselves and really take time for ourselves. Like in a world where everything is moving so fast, where people are still catching up with their emotional bodies to grieve, you know, it's just imperative that you say, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute right now. I will not. Well, maybe I will, but on this day, you carve out some time for yourself. Carve out time to where you just recognize certain patterns and say, you know what? Yeah, I definitely got to stop that. Or I definitely need to improve upon how I do a certain thing so that I can be better, you know, to evolve, right? To birth a new you. How do you bring birth of a new you? You know, you're shedding identities of yourself, right? You're in a whole new space, a whole new place, shedding identities of yourself, you know, letting go of things that no longer serve you. I think that's something we're always doing. We're always dying to ourselves, to our identity of what we think we are. And then you evolve, you grow, and you realize, yeah, you're still not exactly like being who you truly are, right? There's a difference. I realized even with myself, there's a difference between your spiritual development and, well, actually, let me say it like this. There is no difference between your spiritual development and your material development and manifestations in the world. It's just whether or not they're on the same vibration and level, right? You can be this super Saiyan, spiritual, high priestess, everything, right? But you gotta everything needs to match now, right? So you say it's not even that you're saying what you're capable of, but your regular 3D physical life needs to match. As as they say, as some people say, or even the book, what is it? Woke don't mean broke, but we kind of off the wokeness, right? And we're awakening, we are awakened because woke has been infiltrated, right? And obviously woke don't mean broke because woke is actually being funded. So you might want to be woke. Woke is being funded. Okay, it's a political agenda now. It's trending. So like they're saying it on the news. So yeah, so maybe you want to be woke. You might get some money for being a woke organization or something. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there because obviously it's the obvious, okay? So, as far as these spiritual advancements, the spiritual technology advancements, I wanted to really, well, actually, before I get into that, let's talk about the centenarians, okay? I've been seeing a lot about lately about centenarians, not centaurs. Obviously, we really got some goals going on where if I keep being reminded of centaurs, I mean, I did put that on there first, but I meant centenarians. So shout out to everybody over 100. Shout out to anybody over 70. Shout out to anybody over. Okay? Like the fact that we living, you don't have to be 100 years old to feel 100. 100. How long have you been here? Okay, even the Pluto and Sag generation, the caps, children, people under 20, like 20 or so, that's like just getting really like into civilization, they are not here for the bullshit. They're not here for the, the same old, okay? Like the routine, mundane way. Of course, you need to have a self-disciplined routine, something that empowers you and uplifts you every day. But the same routine of, do this specific thing for 40 years or 50 years, you can have a dedicated practice to something, yeah. But giving your life away to someone else for that long and then retiring and having to question and then still having to go back into the program and say, hey, so I'm ready to retire. Do you have the money that I put to the side for Social Security? You know, that's a weird one. It's really weird, you know, but it's because of how the program was programmed. Middle class was built off of suggestions and what it looks like, and borrowing and credit. And this is your broker. This is your financial advisor. Now, it's not bad to have any of these things, right? But actually having someone as your advisor who will actually advise you to, handle your own investments, right? And still, I mean, we live in a country that if they're really doing what they say they're doing, but unfortunately, the Social Security fund is funded, like it's handled by wealthy people, right? And there's still the conversation of it actually going away. So it's like, yeah, about that. I'm going to create my own SSN fund, right? Like, I'll just match what you're taking out. And then hopefully, by the time I decide to retire again, you know, we'll have the same amount or something. I don't know. And I'll double it, triple it, match it, all those things. Right? But I think in essence, things are just changing overall. And honestly, I just want to give a shout out to everybody that is living to 100 right now. They have these videos on YouTube where they're telling the stories of people who look graciously young. And and so I mean it's like I forgot the lady's name, but she's like 70 and she looks 30. She works out every day. She didn't start working out till she was 40, you know, or an older person who is 105 and they just going about their life and just letting people know what they did to even live that long. And this is actually going to become more of a thing, right? Because look at everybody. First of all, let's bring up the fact that the Georgia Guidestones were kicked over or knocked over, or damaged or demolished or whatever the case may be. Time is up, right? The sun set. So, and on those guidestones, they talked about humanity and, even health, people being in like great health, and it really being like a thing, right? And so we're looking at the evolution of food right now, which is artificial intelligence. All right, we're so busy looking at technology because that's what drives the ease of who we're becoming. There are so many things that we're doing that technology has to keep up with us. We're not trying to keep up with technology. Technology has to keep up with the demands of our day to day. So yes, you're going to have a chat GPT or auto GPT or these automations because your life needs to be automated so you can do more, right? So you can do more, so you can experience more things. It's just certain things that you just don't need to do anymore if you're in this world. Now, if outside of waking up, You like the small things, the big things that are small, making your own coffee, pouring your own water, making your own juice, right? Of course in a machine, but you know what I'm saying, making your own smoothie, walking down the street to get a coffee, you know, going outside, right? Writing, right? Like just easeful things, right? Reading, sitting at home doing nothing. There's no automation for that except for clicking on your computer if you decide to look at a movie or your projector or TV or whatever the case may be. But the point is, automation is here because it needs to keep up with us. We're being upgraded as human beings, spiritually and in the material world, in the 3D world, right? The earth is being upgraded. Nature is being upgraded, right? So with these upgrades, there needs to be an easier way to do certain things, right? So we can live autonomously, okay? So yes, you're going to get automations to where you can damn near do everything with these, okay? Alexa, do this, chat, do this, Auto, do this. Whatever you want to name your automation. Yes, it's here and it's coming, right? But I think more than anything, I don't want people to miss out on the spiritual technology advancements that are happening in our bodies, in our minds, in our souls, right? Are you receiving those upgrades? Because yes, everything outside of you can evolve, but are you evolving? Okay? Are you taking time with yourself to just really feel the feels? And I know a lot of people always like, yeah, we always talking about this. It's always this. It's always this. It's always about emotions and feelings and emotional intelligence and shadow work and all of these things. Yeah, because we're not here to, this certain generations are just not here to not do the work. Okay. We already bypass certain work. Each generation comes to do a specific work. Okay. We can't blame nothing on our parents because they came and they did their specific work, right? In their generation, right. Then we had another generation where they came and they got busy. They were like, oh, this is what I am because I know I'm different. My life's been different this whole time. Pow. That's Pluto and Libra. Okay. Then you got Pluto and Scorpio. We enjoying the luxuries, possibly. Everybody's life isn't the same, but I'm just saying, still though, we came in the luxuries of life being integrated and interwoven into technology, right? The internets, the cell phones, laptops, not the big bulky stuff no more, late 83 to what, 95, 94, 93. All right, those are very pivotal times, so we came in and we're here to do a specific job. We're really here to be like, yeah, it's been fun, but gotta go. Like, nah, we got more work to do. If anything, whatever we're doing right now is definitely going to be the leadership and the inspiration that is going to be for Pluto and Sagittarius, right? That's a whole nother generation. That's what, 2009 to 2005 I'm sorry, 95, 96 to 2009 or something like that. Don't get me, just look it up, guys. Do your own research. So what I'm saying is there are a lot of things that are taking place that I hope we are taking heed to. I don't come on here on MindShift Monday just to be like, MindShift Monday, y'all. Right? Nah, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to just be doing this, even though it feels good. You know, I could be asleep right now. I could be getting some rest. You know, but I prefer to speak my truth, okay? And see, with all these different advancements comes again here we're going back to the body because these spiritual upgrades, right? People are coming into things and they're not knowing why they feel like they're hearing someone or why it seems like everything is in sync with what they're doing, right? Okay. You got people that can remote view. You have people that can, people coming online with telepathy, right? And it's more spiritual advancement, psychic abilities, heavy on the psychic abilities, right? Where it's not just what's going on here, but what's going on in the entire environment of energy spaces, period. Dreams. You know how many people out here doing work in their dreams? Dream works. That's why people be tired. Y'all wonder why people didn't make it? Shoot, these folks was in and out of worlds doing work. It's just now people just now starting to have their dreams because they just now getting the chance to rest, right? Just now getting a chance to rest. So it's like we need to take these things into account. I'm sure you can find anyone online, any place online that is sharing this type of information and may have something for you to go further, right? With that being said, I'm also going to shout out 13 Intentions to Effective Self-Leadership Program, okay? That's facts because, yeah, it's here. So you can go to leadingwhilelearning.com / what is it, 13SP. All right. So I just wanted to make sure, and some people getting downgraded, yo. Some people getting downgraded because they doing fake work. But they doing the work, right? But they trying to get it off the backs of others too. So you're gonna see a lot of people go through some experiences in the public eye, right? Now, what does this mean? I always say have compassion for yourself and you can have it for others. I always say forgive yourself and you can forgive others. Empower yourself and what? You can empower others. Inspire yourself and you can inspire others. Be inspired, be empowered, be forgiving, be compassionate, right? For yourself first, and then you can do it for others. Because if you can't do a thing for yourself, it's just like making money. How you gonna go out here and tell people to make money and give them all this advice and you know it's not adding up for you, right? So the biggest thing is, as we continue to, I thought I buttoned this up, as we continue to grow and evolve and build and do all these fancy things in the world that we're going to be doing, shout out to the people who are 100 plus because they letting you know they live a life with ease. What's all this stuff y'all talking about? All I did was go to, they worked hard. They worked harder. They have this debate going on social media where it's like, who worked harder? The older generation or the generation now? Who has it the roughest, now or then? I don't know what y'all think. That's a tough question. It's a tough question because there's so many demands right now, right? That are coming in all forms versus even then there were so many demands, but they didn't have so many things to pull them in so many directions. And it was more community. There was more community. You could go to your next door neighbor and be like, "Hey, got some sort of sugar?" Or can you watch the baby? You know? So there are different dynamics as well. I don't really think it can be compared, but I think there can be shown the nuances and the differences and the variations of these generations. So, yeah, like I said, I've been seeing a lot of posts from news channels um online where they just shouting out the people turning 100, 102, 3, 4, 5, or just 100 years old. So, you know, and I just want to say shout out to y'all too. Shout out to the people, the centenarians, not the centaurs, the centenarians, the centenarians, yo. Because obviously you can make it to 100, but how you gonna make it stressing? Like somewhere in life, things got to be a lot easier. You got to be a lot more receptive, more appreciative, more at ease, you know? So, yeah, so it's a lot going on right now. Again, spiritual upgrades and downgrades, spiritual advancements and spiritual technology advancements in our mind. We've been on that. We only use what they say 10% of our brains, which is still relevant to maybe like our phones, our computers, life, our abilities, our purpose, right? But eventually that should evolve. Like, how long has that been being said? We only use 10% of our, you know what I mean? Like, how long has that been said? And if we're not using the entire 90, the whole brain, if it's not a balanced brain, if we're not using the whole brain, then what are we doing? What are we doing? You know? So, yeah. So again, this all ties into us birthing a new us and really just taking time to say, life is happening, but we can step outside of what's happening and really carve our own way. And you just have to be true to yourself. If social media not for you, it's not for you. Right? Or if it's for you and you got to allocate time on how you spend your time because you realize you self-sabotage, right? Over the weekend I went inside a download folder on my computer, getting ready to start another project. And I realized that the download date was 6 days ago. And I thought that was so sad, it made me cry. It made me cry. I felt some type of way because I realized that I had truly been distracted and I was not focused. And it made me sad because what, like, why the first of all, it only takes an hour to do the thing. Maybe two. We're gonna say two. If you're not advanced, then it might take you all day. But let's just say it takes 2 hours. 2 hours turned into 6 days. And for me to recognize that it was self-sabotage, that's what hurt my feelings. Because I seen myself doing everything else but that thing. I'm just being honest. And once I realized it, I was like, yeah, nah. Mm-mm. No way, Jose. That'll never happen again. You know how many things I could have got done once I completed that? Do you know how my life would have shifted if I would have completed that one thing? I could have been moved on to the next thing. I wouldn't be doing that thing right now. So that's all relevant to say, y'all. If y'all got something y'all need to be doing, make sure you just knock that shit the fuck out. Don't self-sabotage and try and do everything else around the world. Each time you find yourself about to do something else, be like, hey, but no, but no. All right. You should have a routine. And that thing need to be knocked out early in the morning. Then you should have a routine going to bed. Right. And then during the day, whether you go to work or whether you work for yourself, whatever the case may be, there should be hours where you know, okay, this is what I'm doing from this time to this time. This is what I'm doing from this time. You stick to it. And yeah, it becomes mundane, or it may feel that way. You may have to shake it up. You may have to do something different, right? But overall, you got to build up that resiliency, that discipline. You got to build that muscle, right? With practice, because practice does make perfect. And you have to be grounded enough to be aware and conscious and intentional. All right. So, and I know somebody out there like, I don't have them self-sabotage problem. Well, good for you. Good for you. But there are people who are still dealing with that, or people who just now coming into it, or people who never had it, and then all of a sudden they're trying to figure out, wait. Why am I not getting this done? I usually do this. And now it's like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's looking to make continuous improvements, whether big or small. That's effective self-leadership. All right. All right. So I think we've covered everything. Yeah, we did. Sometimes I forget what I've said. But we did go into the spiritual and technology advancements, dealing with ourselves, dealing with the evolution of our blood, our cells, our systems inside of ourselves, artificial intelligence inside of us because we keep eating artificial foods. And it's not going to stop. So the body has to evolve to accommodate what we're putting in it, just like technology has to evolve. All right. So things are trying to keep up with us. It's not us trying to keep up with technology. These things are created to make life better for us. There's always a nuance, okay? A negative and a positive, a black and a white, a this and a that, on why things shouldn't be what they are, right? There are so many things that still have not been taken care of or addressed. Human trafficking, you know what I mean? But it's so many layers to it. It's like, you have to be dedicated to what you're dedicated to, right? And certain things call for certain people, right? And if it's in your message, whatever the message is, then, let it be that. But everyone has their calling for what they need to be paying attention to or what they should be fulfilling within their purpose when they exist and they wake up every day and they breathe life, blink life, see life, smell life, smile life, hear life, right? See life, be life, in life. So, yeah, so don't think you're trying to keep up with nothing or nobody. You're not. But you do need to increase your skill sets. There are going to be tons of new opportunities for the new technologies that are existing outside of ourselves and also existing within us. Okay. So, yeah. I hope to I'm not gonna speak on it. I'm just gonna do it. But I hope to. No, forget hope. I will be doing certain things, and you all will see them soon. And it's not dealing with business; it's just dealing with videos. So, yeah. So, with that being said, as always, it's been a great evening. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're on the replay and you made it this far, oh, you the one. So make sure you just show some love. Let me know you came through. I'll make sure to comment back, show love. And I am grateful for the opportunity to exist in this time right now and to go from there. So, as always, shine bright like a sun diamond and dream big. All right. All right. Well, we are out, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.
It's all about the money and the power. 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 It's your boy Centarian.
Shawty, ain't shit changed. It's just a different day. I'm working like a slave. I bend my knees and then I